Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Super excited to get this video out to you guys. We're gonna talk about the big question, what is keto and how do I get started? So that is exactly what this video is about. We're gonna talk about what keto is. I'm gonna give you 9 tips on how to get started and how to be successful. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. I am down over 160 pounds and I created this channel to hold myself accountable, finish my journey, even though the journey never ends, right? But also to inspire all of you to get healthy with me. I am losing my weight with dirty keto and dirty intermittent fasting. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkables. Come join us over there. Also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Everything's down below. All right, so I do want to note that I am not a doctor or a medical professional. Everything that I'm gonna say in this video is my personal experience, my story. So if you do have any questions at all about keto or anything else, then I highly recommend you check with your doctor first. And I do wanna say that if you've never done keto and you're curious about trying it, I do recommend talking to your doctor first and see what they say and if it's right for you. All right guys, so the big question, what is keto? So keto can be described in many different ways, but the most common definition is that it is a low carb, high fat, low to moderate protein diet. So reducing your carb intake and replacing it with fat puts your body into a metabolic state called ketosis. It begins burning fat for fuel rather than carbs, ultimately turning your body into a fat burning machine. Sounds pretty cool, right? Keto not only provides a significant weight loss, increased energy, and mental clarity, but it also helps with some of the common conditions that a lot of people struggle with today, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, cancer, epilepsy. There's tons of research that you can do to see all the benefits of keto, but it's pretty amazing. There are 2 primary mechanisms behind these incredible results. Number 1, it naturally reduces our calorie intake, because when you are on the ketogenic diet, we are consuming, or we should be consuming, highly satiated whole foods, and we are restricting those appetite stimulating processed foods. So we're feeling full longer and we're fueling our body with the right foods. So obviously the reduction of calorie consumption will lead to weight loss, and that's a pretty cool thing. Number 2, it increases ketone use. So ketones are our most efficient energy source, but they're not produced when we don't lack the sugar needed to support brain function. When we burn ketones for fuel, it has many positive side effects, like optimizing our brain health, it increases our energy levels, and it reduces our appetite. Now that you know the what and the why of the keto diet, let's talk about how to get started, and I will share some tips on how you can be successful. Number 1, research and prepare. Know exactly what foods you can and cannot eat. If you are interested in getting a list of foods that you can and cannot eat on the keto diet, my contact info is down below. Just send me a message, send me an email, any way that you want to contact me, and I will get that over to you. But research and prepare. Know what foods you can eat. Start off by eating 20 to 30 net carbs a day. Net carbs is carbohydrates minus fiber. So 20 to 30 net carbs daily is a good starting point. Basically anything 50 and under is considered keto. For me personally, 20 to 30 net carbs is a good range for me, and that's where I see weight loss. If I consume more carbs than that, then my weight will stall or I'll even gain. So experimenting and knowing what is right for you. Make sure you know what foods contain carbs and how much. Make sure you're reading those labels, because carbohydrates are not just cookies and pasta and bread and candy and chips and things like that. It's also beans and also fruit and a lot of veggies. So making sure you know how many carbs are in each food is going to help you be successful. Also, speaking of foods, this is a huge tip for you guys. Focus on the foods that you can eat rather than the foods that you can't. It is very easy to start the keto diet and miss all of those delicious foods like bread and chips and pasta and sweets if you have a sweet tooth. It's very, very easy to miss all of those foods, and it's very easy to focus on that. But when you focus on the foods that you can eat, because there are some delicious foods that we can make on keto and that we can eat on keto. I absolutely love this way of life. I love this way of eating. I love the foods that we eat on keto. But when I'm focused on those foods that I can't eat, it takes me away from that. I'm not appreciating what the keto diet actually offers me. And these foods make me feel better. The American Standard Diet, that makes me feel like crap. So why do I want to eat that? So focus on the foods that you can eat, not the foods that you can't. There are so many substitutes you can have on keto for your favorite foods. Go to Pinterest and type in your favorite food, but just put low carb or keto. There's just so many substitutes out there. I also have a playlist of what I eat in a day video showing you guys what I personally eat on keto. So make sure to check that out as well. Tip number 2, speaking of keto foods, stay away from the keto packaged foods, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, try to consume whole foods. Try to eat a little bit cleaner, You're gonna lose a lot of that water weight and bloat in the beginning. And the cleaner you eat, the faster the weight loss will come. You'll also see in stores, a lot of packaged foods will say keto friendly. It's a keto food, but it's actually not keto. So make sure you are paying attention to the ingredients, and just because it's labeled keto doesn't mean that it is. Tip number 3, I highly recommend investing in a keto Mojo. This helped me a lot in the beginning. It tests your ketones and your glucose levels. And it's a great way to experiment and see what foods will kick you out of ketosis, because everyone is different. And it's also fun and exciting to see how fast your body gets into ketosis. So I got mine on Amazon. If you guys want to invest in one, I will put the link below, but I highly recommend it. Tip number 4, figure out what kind of ketoer you want to be. Clean keto, dirty keto, lazy keto. I actually have a video explaining these terms in depth if you guys want to watch that. But basically, clean keto is consuming good, high quality, clean ingredients. Dirty keto is what I do. You don't worry too much about the ingredients being super clean, so I do allow myself to have some things like bacon and Spam and deli meat and pepperoni and things like that. Lazy keto means that you don't track your macros. Tip number 5, speaking of macros, just because I don't track my macros doesn't mean that you shouldn't. I actually think it's very important to track your macros, especially in the beginning, especially if you don't know much about the keto diet, don't know how your body's going to respond, and how many carbs and how much fat and protein your body needs. So Carb Manager and MyFitnessPal are 2 really good apps to get to track your macros. So I do recommend tracking your macros. Don't be like me. Unless you want to be. Tip number 6, examine your relationship with fat. A lot of people are afraid of consuming fat because they have been told that eating too much fat is gonna kill them. We go back to the old diet, like the low calorie diets, the low fat diets. Oh, I remember those days as a child. I would go on low fat diets. Our bodies need good, healthy fats, but preparing for a high fat diet can be uncomfortable if you're not used to it. So take baby steps. So if you're ordering something out, get a burger with no bun and just have it on lettuce leaves, and replace your fries with some yummy green veggies. Instead of potatoes or rice, replace that with a non-starchy vegetable. Start cooking with more oil, like avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Slowly start pushing out those carbs and getting more fat. If you are afraid of fat, keto will not work for you. Tip number 7, switch your view on protein. One of the most common misconceptions about the keto diet is that you can eat as much protein as you want. This is not true. You have to keep your protein intake moderate, because protein can be converted into glucose if you consume too much. So that is ultimately going to kick you out of ketosis. Tip number 8, expect side effects. The keto flu. If you are used to eating a high carb, sugary diet and you cut that stuff out of your diet, expect some side effects. The keto flu can be brutal. The keto flu is a term that refers to a period of time after you start the keto diet where your body is adjusting itself to limited carbs. Some people are perfectly fine with it, others are miserable. So electrolytes will help lessen those symptoms, and I highly recommend it. So salt your your food. Drink salty bone broth. Eat non-starchy vegetables like asparagus, kale, bell peppers, and arugula. Perfect Keto also has some great electrolyte supplements for those who want to lessen the symptoms of the keto flu. That link is below if you guys want to check it out. You can also use my code Stephy and get 20% off your first order. Grab a discount when you can. So in the first week to 10 days, you may get some symptoms of the keto flu. You may feel lethargic and you may get headaches and you may even get some flu-like symptoms and you just fatigue, you just feel really groggy. For me personally, I get headaches and I just get really irritable and no one wants to be around me, including myself. You'll also want to take it easy with exercise in the first week or two while your body adjusts to this new way of life. Tip number 9, final tip, combine intermittent fasting with keto. Intermittent fasting has been a fantastic tool that has helped me be successful on my journey, and I highly recommend it. Do your research on intermittent fasting, talk to your doctor about it, see which one fits you better. I personally do 16-8 or 18-6. So I skip breakfast in the morning, I just have coffee, and I do dirty intermittent fasting, which means I just add cream to my coffee, because I notice that if I start eating in the morning, I just eat too much all day long. It's like I wake my appetite up. And even if it's keto foods, calories still matter. If you're consuming too much during the day, that's gonna stall your weight loss. So intermittent fasting helps me with that. Also, it controls my emotional eating. I am an emotional eater. So if I'm in my fasting window, if something stresses me out, naturally I wanna grab something to eat. I can't if I'm fasting. So I highly recommend combining intermittent fasting and keto. All right guys, so that is it. 9 tips on how to get started and how to be successful. So basically just know the foods that you're gonna eat, really do your research and plan, and just expect to have some side effects in the beginning and just don't quit. All right, so that is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you found value in this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and join my support group on Facebook. All right, I'll see you at the next video. Have a fantastic week. Stay safe and choose health. Bye guys. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my journey. Yeah, I just said that. But basically, clean Kodo. Do you want to be a clean Ketoer? But basically, oh my